Hello, guys, and welcome back to League One predictions. Merry Christmas, one and all. This is the Boxing Day fixtures predictions, and on top of that, we are going to do predictions for the games on the 29th of December as well. Myself and Ben are only human. We do have families. We are going to be celebrating Christmas. There's lots of content to try and produce at this time of year. So we're just going to have to cut the corner a little bit on this one and do two sets of predictions. We're going to go into detail and depth with the games on Boxing Day, and stick around till the end of the video. We'll do some quick fire predictions for the following games. And breathe. How are you, Ben?
I'm good, mate. We just need to let the viewers know, Mr. SB, I've messed him around like no one. We've had about 8 different predicted slots for this, but we're here right now. Really happy to be here and really looking forward to Christmas, despite the multitude of football that comes immediately after it.
Oh, gosh, I don't know how I'm going to make these next couple of days work. We are recording this Sunday night. A massive thank you to Ben for his help. By the way, Ben, I need to give you credit. I'm liking that Christmas jumper.
Thank you. Maybe you've influenced this choice, yeah?
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it a lot. And I've got Premier League and Championship predictions coming on the channel in the next hours of releasing this. I'm sure Ben will have the same. So let's get into the plugs before we do the predictions. Subscribe to both of us, guys. Christmas is a time of giving. Hit that subscribe button over here. And honestly, guys, please do support Benjamin Bloom as well. The first link in the description. Get involved. Head over there. Drop us a like as well, guys. All of that good stuff would be appreciated. Let's talk about last week, Ben. Just before Crawley played Birmingham, you are beating me 6-5, which closes the gap overall to 3. So quite close.
And you've got Crawley so Crawley 1, Birmingham 2, right? So that's my big avoid. I just need a flurry of early Birmingham goals and I can celebrate a win. But yeah, Matt, I won't spoil for when we get into the conversation. I can see a 4-0 away win, a 4-0 away win, and a 5-0 away win from a team that doesn't score many goals.
No. Yeah, makes things a bit tricky for the next set of predictions, but let's get into it all the same. Ben, I'm going to let you go first for the first game. Leyton Orient take on Crawley Town, a big game down at the bottom end of the table. Leyton Orient, with their incredible win at Barnsley, are moving away from the bottom end, and Crawley will not have played Birmingham at the time of recording this, obviously, so makes it a little bit difficult. But does that Leyton Orient result make you think you've got to go for them?
Absolutely does, doesn't it? We've been quite high on Leyton Orient. We felt there's been a bit of a lag on performances versus. We think they've been playing all right for a while, don't we? And the league position and the points have been a bit behind. Obviously, in the space-time continuum, Matt and I don't know what Crawley have done, so I'm going to make the giant leap that Crawley have lost to Birmingham City, which is unhelpful, and obviously, they play a little bit later, which is also unhelpful. So I've got to pay full respect to a magnificent performance from Leyton Orient. I'll go both teams to score, the goals to keep flowing. Leyton Orient 3. Get your pencil out, Matt. Crawley 1.
Not quite a scribble, Ben, but once again, thinking along those similar lines, I'm going to go 2-1 to Orient. I think I've just maybe trying to factor in that Crawley's recent results haven't been too bad, barring what could be a heavy defeat against Birmingham. We never know. But Leyton Orient now 6 points above that bottom 4. And there was a time when we were worried if they win this, 9 points clear of it. On Boxing Day, that'd be a nice, healthy lead going into the turn.
10 points in 4, Matt. They're in promotion form, aren't they? Brilliant.
But that result as well, incredible at the weekend. So, I'm going to back them. So we're both going with Orient 3-1 and 2-1. And then that takes us on, Ben, to St Andrews, where Birmingham City take on Burton Albion. As we've just said with Birmingham, they haven't played at the time of recording this. They're away to Crawley on the Monday night. They're hosting Burton here, Ben, and I've got to go for Birmingham. It's just about what margin. I feel like 2-0s are usually coming in with Blues at home, but it's Boxing Day. Should we have a bit more fun? I'll say 3-0.
One of my good friends in the Benjamin Bloom WhatsApp group is a big Birmingham fan. He said, Ben, I appreciate you going for the heavy Birmingham wins, but don't think, and again, this is before they've played Crawley, we don't know that there's been many big margin victories, has they? So I think you've left me open for the 2-0 then. So I'll do exactly as you were trying to avoid and hopefully rub salt into your wound for avoiding it, Matt. I will go Birmingham 2, Burton 0.
There you go. And we're both back in blues with the clean sheet. Like I say, massive opportunity now for Birmingham City. We've seen Wycombe and Wrexham dropping points lately, which we will come on to in due course. Ben, it's a League One playoff game most years. Bolton versus Barnsley. Barnsley, like we say, lost 4-0 at home to Leyton Orient. Is it a blip? They have had some strange results this season, Ben. It feels like overall they've been good, but even Oakwell, dropping some clangers. That one obviously standing out. As for Bolton Wanderers, you've got to respect a good 0-0 at high-flying Wycombe. And it's interesting. We have this conversation all the time, Ben, about Ian Evatt. When it looks like he's under pressure, he pulls something out the bag. You're up first.
Well, I didn't expect him to get a clean sheet at Wycombe, so he's proved me wrong there. I'm just so drawn to that Barnsley 0, Leyton Orient 4, and I think you framed it quite well that Barnsley do throw in some weird ones. So we could quite easily be sat here on Boxing Day evening and Barnsley have gone away to Bolton and won. But that seems far too EFL to me. I'm going to try and go a bit logical because we've got to get through a lot of predictions today. So I've got time to drop in some surprises, Matt. I am going to back Bolton then on the basis of the thrashing for Barnsley. So I'll go 1-0. Bolton 1, Barnsley 0. Scribble?
That is a scribble. Yeah, I was thinking surely Barnsley approached this thinking let's just be a lot tighter. Let's work on that defence. Bolton's last couple games have been low scoring because it was 0-0 against Wycombe, and then I think they lost 2-0 to Wigan the week before at home, didn't they?
I think they had some wins before that, though, Matt, hadn't they? They're not, if you take a longer sample size, not in bad form, are they?
No, I don't think they are. Where are they now? So they're 8th in the table, level on goal difference. Level on points with the top 6, Lincoln City and 6th there. Just goal difference keeping them out. So they've certainly climbed because they were mid-table a few weeks ago. I'm trying to work out. Do we go 2-0 or let's go for a Christmas dud, 0-0? I'm just going to throw one in there.
Get in there early.
Yeah, sorry to spoil the party for Bolton and Barnsley fans. I hope it's a good game. Like I say, it could be entertaining, but I'll go for a 0-0 here. Charlton v Cambridge is up next, Ben, and I'm up first, so I will steal the 1-0. I will go with Charlton. Certainly feel like I could go for more after that incredible win against Northampton on the road, and Cambridge got smashed last week as well. So it almost be too easy to jump in and say Charlton win heavy again, Cambridge lose heavy again. Maybe Cambridge are going to try and be a lot better, but I think Charlton will edge it. So 1-0.
So we're going to find out whether, and to be fair to you and me, we did say I smell trouble at Northampton after John Brady goes out, and that could be a problem. Charlton have been poor before then, hadn't scored in the previous 3 games, lost the previous one as well, but they're a bit streaky, aren't they, Charlton? So you've taken the 1-0 then. I'll take a 2-1. I'm going to back Charlton. I mean, it would be very EFL if Cambridge, after a 4-0 defeat for one and a 5-0 win for the other, if Cambridge went there and won 1-0. I'll take a 2-1. Charlton 2, Cambridge 1.
Okay, yeah, both going for Charlton there then. Got to win. It's a massive opportunity. Does feel like for both teams, though, those last results definitely stick out like a sore thumb because Cambridge in particular seem to have been gathering a little bit of momentum and not losing too many games. So I know credit to Huddersfield, but to lose 4-0 at home was a bit of a shock. And then Charlton, like I say, massive win, but is that also down to problems at Northampton? Next up, Ben, we go to Exeter City versus Bristol Rovers, where you can kick us off. Both teams with decent results last week.
Yeah, the Matt Taylor derby, but obviously Bristol Rovers, I think, correct me in the comments, guys, still not confirmed who the new manager's going to be. If you want to win this season, away you go to Burton. And Exeter got themselves kind of back on the horse there. But you're right. Yeah, Bristol Rovers. Did they draw late against Wrexham? Was it? Yeah. Okay. 86 minutes. That counts the late goal, doesn't it? Look, I'm going to back Exeter. You know, I always back against teams who have just sacked their manager or just changing or there's chaos in that regard. So I'll back Exeter and I will back them to win by Should we go for a loose boxing? Let's go for a bonus point. Why the hell not? What's the worst that could happen, Matt? I'll be wrong. That happens
0-0.
10 times a week anyway. Bristol Rovers, you know what's coming, Matt, don't you? Bristol Rovers. Actually, no, you think it's going to be 3-2. Let's go 4-1. Exeter 4, Bristol Rovers 1. There's a Boxing Day treat, unless you're a Bristol Rovers fan. Sorry.
Yeah, I like it. I didn't see that coming. I am going to go for Exeter City as well. Mine looks boring next to yours here, Ben, but I'm going 2-1. I wasn't.
That was my first choice before I went rogue. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't a scribble, I guess. Yeah, and Bristol Rovers, like I say, I was impressed. You know, obviously hung on in there against Wrexham and took their chance, got the draw. I just feel like the home advantage is tipping it for me here with Exeter, especially going back to winning ways last time. And I think you'd said previously that they'd had a really difficult run of games, and that's a
good point. Yeah.
Part of the reason the form had tailed off, and this could be back-to-back wins now. Ben, I am licking my lips at this one. Huddersfield versus Stockport. This is a great matchup.
Glad you're going first, mate.
Yeah, not sure what to think here. So we've got
fourth against fifth, Matt.
Fourth against fifth, and
brilliant.
both not that far from that top three. Massive opportunity to really close the gap on them. I know Huddersfield are 3 points ahead of Stockport, and with a game less played. Home advantage is tipping it here for me, Ben, but I like Stockport. I'll go both teams to score. 2-1 Huddersfield, a little bit predictable, but they're picking up the momentum and definitely closing down that top three. So, yeah, 2-1 to the Terriers.
I think I'm right in saying that when Stockport, as brilliant as they've been, have a hard away game, I think they tend to lose it, don't they? You know, and I know they've been fantastic, Stockport, but correct me if I'm wrong, Stockport fans on that, but that's my memory, that we go quite heavy on clean sheets and home wins for Stockport, but we do leave them a bit of a wide berth on hard away games. So as much as I'd love to flip your scoreline and call a statement away win, which would be a hell of a statement away win, I'm going to double you up, mate. And we like under 1.5 for Stockport as well, don't we? So I'll go Huddersfield 1, Stockport 0.
Yeah, and that's probably where I would have gone if it wasn't a 2-1. I think it could be close, certainly could be a draw, but I agree with what you've said. I remember Stockport went away to Birmingham, didn't they, a couple of weeks ago? I think they lost 2-0. If I remember correctly, they had some good chances and definitely could have got something, and I think they'll cause Huddersfield problems. But yeah, when it comes to the result, I do think Huddersfield will edge it. Ben, next up, I might play my bonus point, but you're up first. It's Peterborough versus Mansfield.
Oh, you're getting in my head now. So you're going high scoring. So you're already pushing me towards going low scoring just to keep away from what you're doing. So it's Peterborough Mansfield, and viewers will know, to me and Matt, this is like 3-3, 4-3, 5-0. What do we get? 6-3 in the Premier League today, or 3-6? Yeah. So let's assume there's a misfire here. Peterborough are capable of weird results, aren't they? Mansfield had a clean sheet win at home. How about that against Rotherham? So I'm going to do something you're really not going to expect me to do. I'm going to be really boring. Throw up these two fingers. Ooh. Posh 1, Mansfield 1. Just to counteract the 4-3 or something you're about to call.
That's it. Yeah, so 1-1's an interesting shout. I think we do need to probably call Mythbusters with Mansfield, because I think we always say both teams to score, but it's not been the case a lot lately. 6 weeks
out of date with that.
Yeah, we might be, but I still, in my head, this is why I'm going to go for the bonus point. I'm looking at Mansfield and I'm thinking, especially against Peterborough, both teams to score. I was impressed with the Mansfield win last week, beating Rotherham, of course, 1-0 at home. Posh lost 2-1 to Stockport. That was your prediction, by the way, Ben, so well done on that one. I think Peterborough are slight favourites, but I'm going to go Peterborough 2, Mansfield 3 to be a little bit random. Why not? I'll go for Mansfield.
Love it.
I was thinking of going for even more goals because, like you say, we saw in the Premier League today 3-6 between Spurs and Liverpool, and I don't know why, but at Christmas time you can get some crazy scores.
Oh yes, totally agree.
I'm going to rein it in a little bit, not go more than 5. Like I say, Peterborough 2, Mansfield 3 is my prediction. Do share yours, guys. Reading v Northampton, Ben. I agree with what you said earlier about Northampton and the trouble after Brady's left. Was it 3-0 to Rotherham they lost, and then now 5-0 to Charlton? So...
there's been another 3-0 in there against Posh as well.
Was there?
Yeah.
Was that in the... I was going to say,
it might be a cup game. Let me just bring that. I'll just bring that up and confirm that.
Fine.
Yeah, EFL trophy. No, but mate, your point still stands. 3-0, 3-0, 5-0. That's 11 goals without reply.
So the only thing I can do is go home win and heavy. Sorry, Northampton fans. Going to back Reading to go back to winning ways. 3-0.
So has Hunt lost both his games? Has he had 3 games, or I think he's only had 2 games? He's lost both of them, so it'd be a first win. I think I'm right in saying.
I did. Was he in for the? Was the game before when they drew with Wycombe? I'm not sure if he was just in the stands. Not too sure.
I don't know. The Reading fans will confirm, and the Reading fans will have seen Ruben Celis get a win from behind for Hull. I think he went behind in that game, didn't he? You can tell we've been dealing with a lot of games this weekend, guys. It's all a bit cloudy. I won't pile in. What did you go? 3-0?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit more conservative then. Do you know, I'll go 1-0. That Reading will kind of fall over the line there. But you've got to back against Northampton at the moment, haven't you?
I agree. And they're not scoring. They did have that 2-1 win over Peterborough. That was I think it was the first game without Brady. I mean, I'm not sure if there's just a little no manager bounce, and it's just there's nothing there sort of holding things up now. And yeah, certainly worry for Northampton, the position they're in the table now. So if we have got Cobblers fans watching, do enlighten us, share your thoughts.
Please, yeah.
This one's interesting, Ben. You're up first for Rotherham United versus Wigan Athletic.
I'm trying to read you here. I'm thinking low scoring home win. I don't. Although I just scrolled up. Well, Wigan, we've got pegged. They had a blooming Desmond, didn't they? The entertainers now, Wigan, aren't they? Hey, but now I'm going to stick with my initial hunch that Rotherham did lose at Mansfield, didn't they, in one of the many Steve Evans derbies? But I'm going to back them to win 1-0 at the New York. Rotherham 1, Wigan 0. Yeah,
it did feel like Rotherham's form was turning, and then obviously lost last week, didn't they, to Mansfield. Wigan Athletic, I mean, they drew with Shrewsbury as well, and Shrewsbury have not been, too great since Ainsworth came in. They had that win against Birmingham, but were Wigan 2-0 up, or they were certainly 2-1 up, so it's definitely dropped points at home.
2-0, you're right, mate. Yeah.
2-0. Yeah, I'm back in Rotherham. Not a scribble, but once again, similar lines. Rotherham 2, Wigan 1 is my prediction here. We were joking a week or two ago, weren't we, that Steve Evans might blast them into the playoffs in the second half of the season. So maybe that would feed into that narrative. So there you go. Both back in Rotherham. And then, Ben, we're just speaking about Shrewsbury. They are at home to Lincoln City. They'll definitely take the positives from coming from behind at Wigan to get a draw, but they have to just get wins, really. The position
you can't be giving everybody a 2-goal head start, Matt, can you, when you're down the bottom? Not helpful.
No, that as well. Yeah, they just concede too many. I mean, even the game they did win against Blues, they obviously conceded 2. I mean, it's not a crime to concede 2 against Blues, but you get my point that to win games, they're needing to score 3. I'm going to say they're going to concede 3, Ben. Shrewsbury 1, Lincoln 3. I'm going to back Lincoln to get another win.
That's a scribble. Yeah, I had the away win and both teams to score. So I think I might borrow all of your rationale and reasoning, which I agree with, scratch 1 goal off each team, and I'll call this Shrewsbury 0, Lincoln 2. I think there's been times under Skubala where they've been pretty miserly defensively, haven't they, Lincoln? So maybe they can, kind of get in that mode again. 2-0 Lincoln.
Yeah, they'll be back-to-back 2-0 wins. Obviously, just beat Reading at the weekend. So I'll give Lincoln their credit. That was their first win in a few games, I believe.
In the top 6 still, Matt.
Yeah, that's it. They've jumped back into the top 6, even though they had a little run without a win. So close looking at that, Ben. 3 teams level on 31 points. Next up, Ben, Stevenage take on Wycombe Wanderers. You are up first. Do Wycombe get the win?
I mean, the long unbeaten run is still going. I don't know how long that's gone for Wycombe now. We do kind of portray the Lamex and Stevenage as an awkward place to go, though, don't we? And it has been. Now I'm tempted, but you can't go against Wycombe at the moment, can you? I'm really going to wait for the wheels to fall off before I do that. So let's go for it. And let's go to be low scoring. Stevenage 0, Wycombe 1.
That is a scribble. And another thing we say with the Lamix, Ben, is low scoring, don't we? So that's why I've gone for that. Yeah. So
in our little echo chamber here, Matt, where we're persuading each other of all the theories.
None of them are true, but interesting. So Wycombe have drawn 3 of their last 4. Is that a mini crisis? Given
it is when you've
standards?
won 50 in a row before, yeah.
Yeah, it certainly is. They've sort of got away with it at the minute because Wrexham have drawn their last 2. But you know, if those 2 keep drawing, along come Huddersfield and Stockport, and maybe the tide goes past them. Like we say, at this moment in time, Birmingham are not top, but if they beat Crawley Town, they will go top. So, to be different, I will now go for a draw. I did have 1-0 Wycombe written down, but I don't want to. Let's go 1-1 then. Let's give Stevenage something.
I like the tactical game, Matt. I always enjoy it.
That's it. Yeah, Stevenage with the 0-0 at Blackpool last week, so I'll back them to get another draw in there. Still mid-table, so 14th at the minute, and little unbeaten run there. I think that's 5 in the league without defeat, so that's quite good. Yeah, I'll back Stevenage to get a draw. I'm not going to back Wycombe to lose, but they have drawn a few games recently. And then, Ben, the final one for the Boxing Day predictions is Wrexham versus Blackpool. And Wrexham didn't win their last home game, and they didn't win their last game away from home as well. So could Blackpool and the Steve Bruce train come along and get something?
Don't think so, no.
You don't think so? No?
Well,
I was going to say, actually, I'm up first. Well, do you know what, then? Because I always back Wrexham, and I know we've got lots of Wrexham fans that watch. This is a rare thing. I'm going to back them to draw. I'm not being bold enough to back them to lose. Yeah, let's back Brucey to get a draw. I'm going to go Desmond, Ben, which was Wrexham's last home result. Was it Cambridge they drew 2-2 with? So certainly Wrexham are the favourites, but Blackpool have picked up a bit of form. Wrexham have drawn their last 2. Let's go Wrexham 2, Blackpool 2.
That door is wide open, Matt. We've got Wrexham, the best home team. We love a Wrexham home win and a clean sheet, don't we? So if you're not taking it, I mean, if you're right, then you've done really well there. But I will absolutely take Wrexham 2, Blackpool 0.
There you go. Backing Wrexham. So there you have it. I mean, I've backed both Wycombe and Wrexham not to win, Ben. What an opportunity for you to overtake me in the predictions there.
Well, what an opportunity for Birmingham there. They'll be miles clear and with games in hand if you're right, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see if these mind games pay off. Might be chucking points away. Ben, like I say, before we wrap it up, we're going to do very quick fire predictions for the 29th now. So we'll just throw scores up. We won't really need to talk about it.
This will be a fascinating thought experiment, Matt. What if we're much better with our results doing it this way around than when we're discussing it and we're giving it thought and we're both scrolling up and down the form tables and we're going to do better with this, aren't we?
Yeah, maybe. So like I say, guys, we're just chucking numbers out there. We'll see how we get on because we're not able to sit down between Boxing Day and this set of games.
But Matt, we're happy for the guys to come back in the comments after Boxing Day. You go ahead and and have the extra evidence. We don't have that luxury.
That's a very good shout. Yes, guys, if you are watching this in between Boxing Day and the 29th and you've missed the Boxing Day predictions or have returned since then, throw predictions in for the 29th now. We'll alternate. Ben, Charlton, Wycombe.
0-0.
1-1. Rotherham, Stockport. 1-1.
0-1.
Okay. Birmingham, Blackpool.
Brucey returns. 3-0.
2-0 Blues. Bolton, Lincoln. 1-1.
Scribble. 2-2.
Exeter, Crawley.
2-1.
1-0. Huddersfield, Burton. 2-0.
We'll play for a bonus point. 4-1 Huddersfield.
Leyton, Orient, Cambridge.
1-1. I went heavy on Orient on Boxing Day.
I'll go for Orient. 1-0. Peterborough, Barnsley, bonus point. 3-3.
Spectacular. 1-2. Barnsley away win.
Okay. Reading Mansfield.
Oh, now you're playing Mythbusters with Mansfield, weren't you? I haven't backed Mansfield in ages. 1-2. Reading 1, Mansfield 2. They're random these, aren't they?
2-1 Reading. Shrewsbury Northampton. 0-0.
-1. Again, they both lose. I'm going to back Shrewsbury then, because I never backed Shrewsbury, and I think Northampton are struggling. Sorry, Northampton fans, been well down on them. 3-1. Shrewsbury 3, Northampton 1.
Oof. Stevenage, Bristol Rovers.
1-0.
2-1. And Wrexham Wigan, 2-0.
1-0.
There you go.
Someone get in the comments, how quickly did we do that? That was impressive. It must have been like 90 seconds, 2 minutes. If we'd have cut the buffoonery out as well, we could have done it even quicker, couldn't we?
I know, sorry. I was just never done it like that before. My brain's actually hurting from just doing the numbers and nothing else.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, goodness me. We'll see how that pays off. Guys, like I say, do get your predictions in for that, either before or after Boxing Day, depending on what sort of time you got available. But yeah, feel free to predict those games as well. Be interesting to look back. But that does wrap it up now, guys. I believe we've got games New Year's Day, so we might be able to re-adjourn for that after the chaos of Christmas. Guys, can I just say a massive, massive thank you to your support this season. This is something myself and Ben threw together last minute. If you enjoy what you see and you haven't even checked out the Premier League check-in podcast, please do watch that as well. You get more of me and Ben talking about the Premier League. And please do subscribe to Benjamin Bloom. Definitely get involved. Hit the subscribe button over there and you won't regret it. You'll enjoy the content. Ben, you got quite a bit coming out over Christmas?
We do. Obviously, Matt and I both have very young children. So the priority is them over the next week. So we may get a Premier League check-in podcast out. We may not. We'll definitely get the League One out because the League One predictions take a little less preparation. With the Premier League, we have to format everything and figure out all the segments. But with the League One, we just go down the fixtures and make the predictions. But we want to give you the best content we can. And if we're both knackered and there's games every day and we can't fit it in, we'd rather just wait until into January. But don't worry, we will be back over there. And we'll try and keep it steady and consistent here on the Matt SB channel with the League One predictions. But yeah, just to echo what Matt said, brilliant support. I've really, really enjoyed doing it. Long may it continue. And I know we all love our football, but enjoy your family on Christmas Day. You don't have to watch us. No YouTube comments, no Twitter, special time of year, isn't it? And I'm really, really looking forward to it. But I'm also then looking forward to being back for another ridiculous week of 8,000 matches and 10,000 YouTube videos, Matt.
That's it. That's the one. That'll be at the back of our minds on Christmas Day when we're trying to enjoy it and we know there's so much football to come. But no, honestly, guys, do all have a fantastic Christmas. Once again, a massive thank you for your support. You guys supporting us makes it possible for us for this to be our jobs. And like I say, a massive thank you to you as well, Ben, for coming on today. And we'll see how many predictions we get right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace out.